You're screaming, not claimed. You're screaming, not claimed.
You lad not on.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Disinformed After Dark, where my eye is so lazy it refuses to pay attention.
It's one of those seasons.
It seems like it. Apparently, we got a nice bit of uproar. Everyone appreciated the "we'll block you so fast your tits will spin" from last week. It was very well received. But so I'm Shane.
I'm John.
And I'm Michael.
And as we've documented here, John and I are in the same room for the first time since March. It is a marvelous experience.
It is very nice. It's very nice.
Yes.
And once
Gasp.
Michael decides to participate in getting tested, we can probably do some safely distanced things in the future.
I'm afraid of what they'll find out.
I just felt that this whole episode was going to be like most of our episodes. We'll just feel like Michael wasn't here.
He is just a moderator.
I'm still here.
I
want to
want to
say
say Joaquin
oof,
Phoenix
but-
in that movie. You are still here.
I want to say oof, but that is that's pretty accurate.
I
Slow.
earned that one.
Giving you a
Are
slow
you
clap there.
still there?
It's like Clitosaurus Rex. I'm giving you the slow clap.
Oh, geez.
Well,
Hey, do you want to pitch what we do, or do you want to see my?
I
video
believe
first?
let's pitch what we do so everybody knows what's
Can't
going
just
on.
like
Okay.
throw them into a YouTube viewing review thing.
Yeah, we can't just start with me doing a lazy eye and yelling at the microphone.
Yeah,
Then I
yeah.
cream.
So, if you are unaware, we do a glorious podcast called the Disinformed Podcast. That's open to debate. Actually, it's widely speculated that it's a terrible podcast. You wouldn't know, you wouldn't listen. So,
See?
it escapes every single Monday morning everywhere that disreputable podcasts are found. So you can check us out there. We have a lovely little link tree down below that you can find any of our material from. We also have now just begun to do every Wednesday another installment here on the Tubes of You, where we will do a reading of the fanfic, The Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles, which has been very fun for the first couple weeks that we've recorded, and we should be caught up now, so you will have seen chapter 1 by the time you get to this episode, which is very entertaining. So we appreciate you being here. But what we do for this happy installment, Disinformed After Dark, it's our video companion podcast to our weekly episodes, where we will typically delve into Chuck Klosterman's Hypertheticals and have a brief conversation about some very ludicrous sort of hypothetical situations. But John has a special treat for us this week.
Yeah, I kind of popped
Ooh.
the cherry last week on sharing YouTube videos that we do not own, but we're just doing kind of reactionary things too. So we are out of October now. We're done with the spooky season, but
Sad.
I feel like there's something that we can relate to, or at least Michael maybe can relate to. A video I wanted to show you guys.
Piqued my interest.
Yeah, it's kind
Put
of
it
something
back.
that you suffer with a lot. And I also have an issue with from time to time, especially on Disinformed, where we try to run a clean show. So I wanted to show you guys a clip.
I was
going
to say attention
the
deficit
woes
disorder.
of running a clean show. So let me share the screen with you. Even if you've seen it, we're watching the
All right, I'm intrigued.
Have you guys seen this?
Cookie
yes.
Monster? Yes, I've seen
Yes.
Cookie Monster.
Yes, I know this one.
Oh, I believe I may have, but
All right,
please
well,
hit me.
If you haven't seen it in a while, then let me know if you need me to turn the volume down. But
I
don't have any
the sound.
volume. No sound at all.
there's no sound.
There's no
There's
sound for
no
us.
sound. I mean, he's doing pretty good. Maybe we should.
Do you
figure
hear
out
it
the
now or
sound.
no?
No.
No.
I'm just a little.
Are you
This is
messing
called,
with me?
No,
No.
I'm actually not hearing sound. This is
Oh,
called
you
being
need to turn-
prepared.
You know what?
I turned my volume off on my computer so it wouldn't bleed. But I mean, if I need to turn my stuff
No,
on,
because I would hear it. If it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
you did this like stellarly
Right.
last week. And
Yeah, it's because I
now,
prepped. Okay, here
Yeah.
I fixed it. I fixed it.
Okay.
All right.
Now tell me.
This time, I hear it now. All
Too
right.
loud? Just enough?
That's
That's
good.
fine.
All right.
You know that I am called the Count
Oh goodness.
Go full screen here.
because I
Yeah.
really love to. Sometimes
Go full
I
screen.
sit and all day.
Or not.
But sometimes I get carried away. I slowly getting faster. Once I start it's very hard to stop. Hey,
I have a feeling that this is the soundtrack that plays as John is being cozy with his wife in bed.
Yep. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
It's also going on in Asher's brain.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, this is rhythmic, so
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That's the song of the count.
I thought the count was Transylvania, not Jewish.
I the spiders on the wall.
Who doesn't?
I the cobwebs in the hall.
Well, if
Fair.
you need.
We all have our kinks count. It's fine.
The candles on the shelf.
Whoa.
And?
Uh-huh.
And?
When I'm alone, I myself.
Well, who
I
doesn't?
Slowly getting faster. Once I start it's very hard to stop. Faster. It is so exciting. I could
My sides hurt.
forever until I drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I love whatever the amount.
The climax is impressive.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That's the song. The count.
There you go.
Thank you for the thunderclap as well.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Make it clap.
Oh, my face hurt.
I appreciate you sharing that. That's
It just every single time that we'd have to have viewers to get demonetized, but if that ever did happen, the
Oof.
amount of times that we've already shot ourselves in the foot is
Mhm.
too high to
Is
count.
I
so
think every time.
he is from Transylvania.
if we did have that button and like the delayed broadcast,
The 7-second delay would be very helpful for us, I have a feeling. But yes. Well, gentlemen,
Well,
let's do the time warp again.
Oh my god, I'm getting to see this in real life.
You actually get to see this manifest. So, for those of you playing at home, this week's fantastic hypothetical is The Courier.
I love that movie.
Ooh, dun dun dun.
I want my family back.
I want my family back.
Could you please? Do you have my family?
Have you seen them?
I would like a return of my family. I have my receipt.
Oh, well, thank goodness.
Oh, we also have to show them the to end the show. Let's show them the Asian lady.
I did the eye already.
We'll show them the Asian lady to end the show.
All right.
Okay.
Why not? Since, for those of you who are playing along and listened to last week's episode, I'm sorry.
You would have already gotten the
And we hope that
reference,
you
but-
voted as well.
Yeah.
I vetoed, and it was important. So, all right, here we are. You are offered a strange job by a New York-based company. Every morning at 6 a.m., a car service will come to your home and drive you to JFK Airport, which is 40 minutes away from your residence. You will then take an 8 a.m. business class flight to Los Angeles, arriving at roughly 11:30 a.m. You will be picked up at the airport and driven to a Burbank office where you will hand deliver 3 innocuous but unfaxable documents to the corporation's president. You will then be driven straight back to LAX, where you will immediately catch a return flight to New York. Another car will pick you up at the New York airport at 9 p.m. and return you to your home in New York City. This is what you would do every day, 5 days a week. Wake up in New York, fly 5.5 hours to Los Angeles, and then immediately fly 5.5 hours back. You have to wear dress clothes, but your lunches can be expensed, and you would have no other responsibilities while flying. The pay would be a 10% increase from what you currently earn, but they would need a 3-year commitment. Would you take this job?
So I originally had one question before I learned what I would actually make, which turns into a hard no. But my first actual question would be, do I fly first class or nah?
I would imagine.
I mean, Yes.
That-
Let's
for-
just take this if we're gonna float the expense that
Like,
you
for the
have
sake
to
of argument.
hand deliver things. Yes. Let's say you can fly first class.
Okay, still no. Because I work pretty much on minimum wage.
You
and
are so
10%
poor you
above
can't pay attention. So yeah, we know this.
Yeah.
So the flight is 5.5 there, 5.5 back,
Yes. So
So
you've
that's
got
already
10 hours
11.
out of your day.
or yeah, that's not even including your time in the airport.
Yes.
Man, it seems really thankless, but I mean,
It's
essentially,
the whole idea is that you have a lot of time to yourself to do something as opposed to just sitting in an
that's all that
office
my
or
head
something like
went
that.
to, and I was like, you
Yeah.
know, the start of this year, like if you would have told me how this year would have played out, I wouldn't have believed you, like that I would have had that much time. And like, what do you do when you have that much time to yourself? But if you're flying first class, you have no problem with the leg room. You get the towel over your eyes
That's-
if you want, and
that's why I
comped
asked.
booze on the way back.
For those that are interested in that sort of thing.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
I would get trashed every night on the way
Well,
back.
you
why
did
not?
say that the lunches were comped as well. So
Well,
you can-
yes, you can
The
have your
10%.
lunch.
I mean, even 10% on minimum wage, like you're effectively getting paid for more than half of your day to watch Netflix. Like it's not like you have to do work on the plane. Like
Yeah.
you have nothing else to do. So as long
That's
as you
fair,
just
I
get used
guess.
to the idea that you're going to be alone to your thoughts
Yeah.
for a majority of the time, which again, like I'm getting used to
Ugh.
being on an opposite thing where it's like I'm alone way more than I'm with other people. So like at least I'd get to watch any and every show. I would probably get more adventurous on like how to play games, I mean Nintendo Switch in general, like you just crush it.
Well, and
Um,
plus, you also have the person sitting next to you who you may occasionally happen into like a decent conversation, a single serving friend for the Fight Club
No.
parlance.
No,
yeah.
I'd refuse on
Yeah,
principle.
I think I would do it. I think I would do it because you don't have to cut off people. Like I wouldn't like if my only job is just your job essentially at that point is just being a professional airplane patron.
Yes.
So
You do make a salient point, though. I mean, you do have to go through security every day.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're making 10% more, you're going to probably use some of your increase in pay to like get the fast track, where it's the pre-approved
Pre-boarded,
thing.
yeah.
Let's just say
Yeah.
this is pre-COVID time anyway.
Okay.
That's when it was written, was pre-COVID, so I'm
Right.
answering it pre-COVID.
Yes.
Yeah, so you do pre-check, so you kind of like spend a little less time
Oh yeah, you would definitely get
in
pre-checked.
the line, or if you're a smart person, once everyone else has gotten the pre-check, then you just go through the normal.
Now, let me clarify this as well, just because I think this is something that
missed
no one
something.
has. No, none of us have emphasized this, so I just want to point out. Every morning at 6 a.m., the car service will come get you,
Oh,
and you are
that's-
required to be, wearing business cash, and depending upon when you're making it back. So
This is 5 days a week.
5 days a week. At 9 p.m. is when you get to New York, and you have 40 minutes to get back to your home, which
Yeah,
the commute
that's-
is roughly 40 minutes. So
So-
you're basically going
You're
from
waking up, you're leaving, and you're coming back.
it's a
and you're
6
going back.
a.m. start to your day. Let's say generously a 10 p.m. end to your day.
So my thing to that, and if you guys have something, just butt in. But I am
Ah.
of the camp that you almost made me break the episode. I'm of the camp that your
That's
body.
two.
I'm of the camp that your body will get used to what you tell it to. So I feel like the first month would be really, really hard, especially since it's 5 days back to back. That's a marathon. But also, like, let's not forget that you don't have to be productive on the flight. Again, you could sleep too. Like for me, like I'm not a morning person. I would learn how to sleep on the flight.
Yeah.
It's flight 2 and be awake
Hopefully.
on the way back and be productive then. But yeah, I feel like after the first month you would get into a clip. You would get into the rhythm. Your body would learn, like, this is when I go to sleep, this is when I wake up, and you just learn that way.
A quick consensus, because this might change my answer. So you're getting paid for the whole time once you get picked up to the point when you're dropped off, right?
I imagine your salary. You're
Oh.
for you who is not familiar with this concept.
I was about
I'm
to be
not
like,
familiar
well,
with
just
salary
think
either,
about
but-
that beautiful overtime, because all you need is like
no overtime.
partway
Yeah.
through day 3. But in that case,
No,
forget
you're-
that.
you're
Then
probably
in that
getting
case,
Also,
salary.
what's the probability that
so.
you die sooner than other people if you're on a
Well,
plane
that's
that much?
I was
Well,
actually
you'd
thinking
have to
about
think
that as
about
well
that.
for flight
what is it?
attendants and things like that who have
my God,
dealt
I'm
with
not-
Well,
this. And
no, the main thing you have to think about is just sitting for long periods of time. Like, at least flight attendants can walk up and down the aisle, but you're
Right.
sitting down for at least
Well,
I think-
airline
hours.
workers have lower rates of COVID-19. I googled mortality rate on flight attendants.
I think he's also referring to the fact that you're in a pressurized metal death tube that is flying back and
Oh.
forth over the country. So one
planes.
cabin
planes on the whole
pressure
are-
constantly, like for someone who has an inner ear issue like I do, like
Oh,
that
okay.
You'd be
the
messed
pressure
up.
depressure after a while would get to you. And plus, I mean, we're also taking into account, yes, you are going to be exposed to the rigors of dealing with human beings in reality, in a very, even
Right.
if it's first class, you are in fairly close confines, and
For
I'm
sure.
not exactly the most waifish man on the planet, so my shoulders are not going to do me any decent favors through the course of this. Like, yeah, it might be problematic for me. I think if it's first class and really all I'm being paid to do is just on somebody else's time, essentially wake up, be driven around everywhere, carted to an airport and back, and I still get my weekends, I don't think it's any more or less cumbersome than any other job. And like to John's point, I can bring a laptop with me. I can make playlists. I can listen to podcasts. I can watch movies back and forth. And basically, if you're watching info
Absolutely.
movies as well, free entertainment, free food most of the time. It's not a bad gig.
It's
And for-
essentially just asking if you're willing to be a resident of the air. It's not even the
Yes.
question isn't even about the job,
Right.
because
Yeah.
they've established the job is a pointless job. Like,
Yeah.
there's literally no point to the job. The point is, like, are you willing to live on an airplane? Essentially,
Yeah.
do you want to be a flight attendant with
Right.
benefits?
Or, I mean, there are people who fly for their business constantly as well, who just basically live on and off of an airplane. So, I mean, you can acclimate to that really quickly. And plus,
Yeah.
you only have to really buckle down on this for 3 years was the maximum
That's
commitment
the
that they're
commitment, yeah.
asking for. So
Mm.
I've been in
Yeah.
terrible relationships for 3 years time. The time goes by,
and I've been in a terrible job for, coming on 15 years now. So
time goes by.
Yes, you can acclimate to anything, as we've proven. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
I'm
true. I've
I'm
been
going
in-
yes.
I've been in college for 10 years, so that's a fair point.
Yeah, no one asked Michael. Thanks. I'm kidding.
I know.
I'm
That's why I
kidding.
have to say it, because
Look
no
how
one ever
crestfallen.
asks.
Well,
Yeah, so should I show them the joys of
Wait,
learning?
did
Well,
Shane ever answer yay or nay?
yes,
He
I
just
did.
answered
Uh-huh.
yay. I answered
Oh,
yay.
okay.
You answered
Yes,
nay.
yes. I also think, Michael, to the point being is that any job that you take now is going to net more money than the not job that you will probably have once you get that degree. So saddle up. Hope that this manifests itself into reality.
I'm still hoping that this is macabre. I don't know.
It's
Someone
macabre. Yeah. It's
You-
spelled
I had-
Trust
macabre,
your gut
but
next time.
I had said that initially, but then someone else said macabre around me, and then I doubted myself, like I
Who-
usually
They
do.
get dropped off at work. They don't
I was,
drive themselves.
going to say, who is this person and why didn't you kill them outright?
because that'd be too macabre.
It would be it'd be a phantasmagoria of lewd things that would happen to that person if I were around them. If someone said macabre, in
Kind of like when
front of
Michael
me.
tried to give you a line read.
Yes.
I did. Well, okay. I was gonna say because she is so reference to
She.
that the
Okay, so
reading.
we're it was his
You
girlfriend.
said
Mhm,
well,
yes.
you said she stood. You said she stood behind him, and I was about to say beside, because she's a woman. She has equal rights.
Not in that faith, she doesn't.
That's why I hesitated and I didn't say
Damn.
that during the read, because
Yeah.
that is actually a prevailing theme in the
Oh.
author notes, which you guys
Yeah,
will
you already
find
said
out.
on the show that we do.
Yes,
okay, we
yes,
do,
they're
okay.
familiar. but,
We've been recording for a couple hours now, so it's all one big melange.
Plus,
I
we're
don't even
time
know where I am.
traveling over the course of all of this as well, which is important because that episode will come out the week
Oh,
after this
no.
one. So
Ugh.
yeah, we're going into a ringer, gentlemen. I hope you realize
Yeah.
what we've done to
Well,
ourselves.
I wrote what I wrote back there for the previous reading as well, or for the reading that we recorded. So that's going to be fun.
You
I'll
like
just, I like banana.
you like bananava?
This is the state of my mental
Oh,
well-being right
Guys,
now. so.
speaking of bananas,
Sigourney segue.
here's one final clip to see us out, as Bill O'Reilly
Fine.
would say, to play us out.
If I could edit, I would do this as a fade out. Sorry,
Yeah,
John.
would you? No, you're
Yes.
good. So you ready for an English lesson?
Sure.
English lesson.
Or an English lesson.
You have Coke and ask them the price of Coke. Cola, cola, cola. But it was not cola, it was Coke.
So much money.
Coke. And what's Coke? Cola. It's not Coke in Korean. Cola. Good. So Coke. Do you have Coke? And they said, yes. Please give me Coke. Oh, please give me Coke. I want.
Now, I'm going to point out.
Why am I such a
because-
fundamentally broken person? That just gets me so good.
I'm
That's,
probably gonna show my girlfriend later and watch it like 3 or 4 more times.
What, your
so-
cock?
Yes,
He got it from the store.
I bought the cock. It was
I'm gonna harken back to my prior commentary. My brain has stopped functioning. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna function with the English
He's got
language.
this.
Here
You
we go.
got this.
No one is broken
got
yet.
this.
No one is broken yet. Let's keep this chain going.
I have been called onto the carpet on many occasions by both of these salty individuals by
Thank
saying
you.
that I am the one who says insensitive things.
Did I say
And
anything
you know
insensitive?
that I'm intolerant, and my friend over here is on the exact same train and sitting right next to me going, she actually say it. Look,
He
So, I'm just going to say, I will paint all of ourselves with a broad brush because the Office of Equity and Inclusion has got major problems with this podcast,
Indeed.
I
as
think
well as
I'm
our
being-
video cast.
I think I'm being very tolerant and very sensitive. I have not made a disparaging comment in one way, shape, or form.
Certainly not.
today.
Okay.
Yes. yes.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
So we have officially alienated one demographic who is never going to watch this podcast again, unless they have a sense of humor, hopefully. Yeah.
Well, to get through the rest of this evening, I went to go grab a cock from the fridge.
Well, do you
They're-
find
they're-
that it fills you up after, more than one cock? Because it's, they're very less
I
filling.
definitely say that like one cock doesn't feel too bad in the stomach, but two definitely.
Yeah.
It doesn't sit well.
Do you feel it in your stomach?
Sometimes in my throat.
Okay, well, you must be with someone who's different than me. But
I like to burp a lot. The bubbles.
well,
Did we
I've
try
said
hard
you've
enough
got
to demonetize this.
You've got a problem with your gag reflex, Michael. We've known this for years.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do that, Melissa will actively kill me when she sees this episode.
I apologize.
So fun
Melissa.
thing.
I wish that I could see it.
She has a problem with even the sound of someone making like the it will cause her to vomit if she
Oh
hears
no, I actually feel really bad about that.
And
I
someone who
warn her about that.
trust me, I do it reflexively because it's something I do just to be funny. And then I've caught myself and I will make her retch on instances where I'm just making a joke. So yeah, it's bad news. So
I
I'm
genuinely
sorry,
feel
honey.
bad.
Fun.
I
I'm
didn't
so
do it.
sorry. Please take my
Just like
apology as
Shaggy, it
genuine.
wasn't you.
She
Ugh.
is literally, I find it funny because we reference kind of like I'm the one who cards this out most frequently in the course of this podcast. So she is literally my better half. Like all of the
She truly
light
is.
and brilliant and bubbly things, like the Care Bear quotient to my Skeletor.
She's
It's
the
just-
she's
yes,
the Drew Barrymore side of your Tommy Lee Jones.
without
I'm just
question.
picturing
I-
like
Thank you for the Batman Forever reference. It's-
You're welcome.
oh, I didn't even
Ah.
catch it. I was just thinking like Care Bear Skeletor, like
that film in particular gave me the weirdest, like wildest crush on Drew Barrymore. That
Same.
look in particular,
Same.
holy monkeys. All right, well, we've digressed to
So
the
now that
point
I've
that's
woken something completely different in your relationship,
he's
with your
got something
girlfriend.
to go take care of now.
indeed,
He does.
yes. It is erection day.
It was.
It
I know.
was.
We're time traveling, gentlemen. If you don't know this, it's wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. But
Oh, I see what you did there.
yes, thank you.
Good
Yeah.
reference.
I
I
have
love Star Trek.
my TARDIS control toothpaste over here.
I
So
don't think you're supposed to say that anymore.
I never was supposed to say it. I took it of my own volition. Ladies and germaphobes, disinformants alike, we appreciate you being here for what is inevitably a scatterbrained installment of Disinformed After Dark. Please amble up to a bar somewhere, order yourself a cock, and relax and enjoy the evening. But I believe that is going to wrap it up like a tab at the bar that we are at here.
You should always put a koozie on your cock.
You
So
should.
speaking of cocks and tabs.
No, we're done. What?
The longest running diet soda tab was finally taken off the shelves, I think, last week.
Good. Let it all burn.
Wow, there goes my favorite quote from Adventures in Babysitting. You spiked her tab with Drano.
I'm the Kylo Ren of this group. It's time to let everything old just die. We can start anew.
God, I hope I get to go first.
Well,
All
you are
right.
the oldest.
Yes, that's been well documented. Certainly
right,
not the wisest because I keep bringing you folks around. But for
Rock me, baby, like a wagon wheel.
for Disinformed After Dark, because the time at the tone and the cock on the wall tells me that it is copulation time.
And how?
I am Kenton Eldorado.
I am Timothy Lone Cactus.
No, I hate every time.
He's one of
you
the
do
sticky
that.
bandits, apparently.
I hate that every time. And I am Robert Greer. And no one else,
Peter Greer.
nothing else.
Peter Greer.
Why?
And by the way,
Because you lied and I sighed.
You screamed and I screamed. You screamed and I screamed.
I have to hit this stop.